Hello everybody, I've been working on this mod and plugin for the entirety of 2025 and I'm confident enough to release it for you guys to use in your own events or creations. The plugin and mod we are talking about today is Lectern. If you don't know what Lectern is a client-sided mod that allows paper servers to communicate to. That means we have features in the mod that allow servers to communicate straight to the client to directly affect you. As an example, I've been coding this project called My Games. It's a complete paper server without any modifications to it, right? So we have fancy holograms, NPCs, waves, amplifier, all that stuff that you would normally use on a paper server. On top of that, we also have the Lectern plugin right here. While having the Lectern plugin, it allows us and other developers to implement into their own plugin that allows you to communicate to other people's clients. So for example, if I want to render text on the screen, I would do /packet render component align, give it an ID. This is like a unique identifier that separates other plugins from overriding your text. For example, we have test and the component is basically the text that is being rendered on screen. So we can do hello world. X and Y is the coordinates. Layer is where it's going to be rendered. So if it's like around 1, it'll be rendered behind usually the inventory UI. If it's above 1,000, it'll probably be rendered in front of it. So let's do 100, and the size by default it should be 3. And I want to render this in the center horizontally and in the center vertically. And this is basically the last part is where the text alignment is at. So I'm going to do the center as well. So now there you go. We have hello world in the center of our screen. So if I were to want to make this a hello world, you could actually use mini message from Adventure that allows you to create special text like rainbow colors like that, right? And this also works with specific fonts. So if I were to do font retro, then I can use retro font right there. If we were to revert back to what we had originally, right, hello world, I would like to put it on the top right of my screen. So I would like to anchor this to the right side, right? So now it is anchored on the middle of my screen, but I also want to push this to the right as well, right? There we go. And then to move it to top, we can just do top right here. There we go. So the more positive it is, the more it'll get pushed. So this is negative. So now we do that, right? A little padding to that. Those are the simplest things you can do with it. This is a implementation I already have that allows us to communicate to clients. So we can do things like FaceTimer, compass, kills, watermark, and the remaining players. Right? This is all rendered on your client. Right? So completely designable, all in your client, all in paper server without any fabric modding or knowledge you need. There are many things to this mod that I'd love to showcase to you guys, but this is basically the basics of what I want to show you guys. We have a bunch of stuff you guys can use in your events. For example, we have the parasite clause, which is a custom item we have, but as you can see down here, we have a second bar. So that basically this showcases stamina that we can use. So for example, I can also listen to whenever I hold down a key and let go of it. So if I were to hold down left click, I can now swing. And as you can see, the stamina bar below is now depleted. Ooh. Before I end off the showcase of Lectern, I also want to show you guys a quick sequence that I've made. It's basically a combination of sound designing and designing a full-on cutscene sequence. So if I were to do run scenario, then you do analog core.
Warning. Anomaly detected in line 2. Recursive function call. No exit condition. Initiating. Fallback. Error. Critical error. Critical error. Trace corrupted. System integrity compromised.
This is an emergency broadcast. At this time it is advised to stay indoors. Follow and listen to these 5 steps to ensure the safety of you and your friends. Step 1. Ensure that you have a light source on at all times, but be careful. The bigger the light source, the more attention you draw. Step 2. If you see anyone with biologically impossible features, make sure to run away and hide. Step 3. Stay in groups. Do not attempt to split up. If a friend or family member was left behind, do not attempt to save them. Step 4. If they find you, do not attempt to hide or fight back. All you can do is run. Step 5. If you hear anyone crying for help, Do not attempt to save them. By following these 5 steps, you ensure the safety of you and your friends. It is important to note that they only come out at night, so be prepared. Good luck. You will need it.
Scenario activated. Analog.
All of this was done through the Lectern mod. Not a single thing is modded on the server side. So now, everything you see is purely client-sided you can give to each and individual players. Alright, that is all I wanted to show you guys for the Lectern showcase. There are so much more I would like to show you guys, but I cannot. But if you guys want, you guys can read the documentations of what current effects we have. It is all available for only $50. Appreciate you guys. Have a great 2026, and I'll see you all later. Goodbye.